rained last night, so let me dry my feet off. All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully you can see me okay. Happy Friday. Another week down in quarantine. So I thought I would just do this little video this morning of a nice, slow morning flow to wake up the body. I don't really have a time limit on this. This was a little impromptu. I'm just kind of gonna go with it and share my morning yoga. We'll see where it takes us. So I'm in my comfy quarantine attire, nice onesie I found the other day at Target when I was getting some essentials. I couldn't help myself and do a little retail therapy. It always makes you feel better. So this will be my quarantine outfit for here on out. And it's perfect to do yoga in too. So let's all come to our mats. Nice cross-legged position, sitting up nice and straight. Feel that line coming up your spine, out the top of your head. Don't mind my dogs, you know they're always here. Palms on our knees, facing up for energy, facing down for grounding. Take a deep breath in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Again, deep inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Seal our lips. Start to connect to our Ujjayi breath, our practice breath, which you will use throughout this whole class. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose, sealed lips. It's a slight hug in the back of the throat, and it is an audible sound, kind of like the ocean. It's a deep inhale and exhale. And here you want to count how many seconds you're inhaling for. So if it's 3 or 4 seconds, you inhale slowly for say 3 seconds, you hold for a second, and then you exhale slowly for 3 seconds. So you want to count in your head and match your inhale and your exhale. So let's do 3 breaths like that on our own, and then we will start our flow. Start to blink our eyes open. All right, great. So let's first just roll our head, starting with our chin down, rolling to the right, right ear to right shoulder, nice and slow, all the way around. Give me 2 of these in the same direction. Nice and slow, and after your second one, pause and go back the opposite way. Left ear to left shoulder. Again. Come back to neutral. Let's inhale our arms up. And exhale, twist to the right, bringing our left hand onto our right knee. Right arm comes behind us, and maybe we gaze over that back right shoulder. Sitting up nice and straight. Inhale back to center. Let's take this on our left side. Right hand on left knee. Left arm comes behind us. Right hand on left knee, excuse me. It's early and it's Friday. Inhale back to center. Let's bring our right hand down to our right side. Left arm comes up and over. Getting nice and deep for a side stretch. Inhale, rise. Take this on our opposite side. Inhale back to center. Hands at heart center. Okay. Let's come into a tabletop position. And let's do 3 cat-cows. Roll those shoulders back. Exhale, round and dome your back, pressing the tops of your feet and your hands into the mat. And inhale, roll your shoulders back, come forward. Exhale, round and dome your back for cat. One more time, inhale, roll your shoulders back. Cow. And exhale, round and dome your back for cat. Any little wiggles or twists here are great. Rolling those shoulders. Okay, come back to a neutral spine. And let's actually come to a seat. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, knees go wide, sitting up nice and straight. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise. Let's plant our feet. Plant our hands behind us, fingertips facing behind us, wrists in. We're coming into reverse tabletop. So lift your hips, drop your head and neck back. Squeeze your butt and your exhale, release down and straighten your front legs out. Setting up for Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms up and exhale, fold forward. Reaching for your shin, ankle, or feet. From here, I'm going to take my right hand, grip the palm of my hand on the top of my left foot, gripping my fingers around to the bottom, then reaching back with my left arm. Gazing over that left shoulder. Feet are flexed. Back to center. Take that on our opposite side. Left hand gripping over top and around the right foot. Reaching back with my right arm. Inhale back to center. Fold. Slowly rise. Okay? Let's come onto our knees. Hands in front of us, tuck our toes, lift our hips, downward facing dog. So is our first down dog. Pedal out your heels, wiggle your hips. While you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna come over and check my view here. I just want to make sure you guys can see me and it's not too dark. I think we're okay. We'll keep going. The sun has now come up and out and it's behind me. I just wanted to make sure I'm not a big shadow. It's a little hard for me to tell right here, but hopefully it's good. Okay. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right knee, stack and open your hip. And rotate your leg in a circle, warming up your hip flexor. Straighten the right leg back out and bring it right back down to downward facing dog. Let's take this on our opposite side. Left leg lifts. Bend your left knee, stack and open. And rotate your knee, ankle, or hip in a circle. Back to center, left foot down. Look between your hands. Walk or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your side. Okay, let's bring our hands behind our back and clasp them together. Bring them down the length of our spine. And then Exhale, fold forward, bending generously into your knees, bringing your tummy onto the tops of your thighs. Knees stay bent, dropping the head and neck and letting the arms come up and over. And we breathe. Releasing the hands down to the mat, straightening out your legs, bending into the right knee. Press the right hand into the mat and inhale the left arm up. We're holding in our tummies, gazing up at that left hand. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, bend into the left knee, and inhale the right arm up. Exhale your right hand down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your side. Okay. Let's do sun A, excuse me. Inhale our arms up. Gaze up. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Nice and slow. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Remember, you can come onto your knees and press down, or you can come halfway down, push up. Elbows are tucked into my low ribs. Untuck my toes. Now you can come into cobra, so dropping your body down, slightly lifting your chest. Or if you're feeling ready for it, you can press into the tops of your toes, lift the thighs, straighten out the arms, and come into upward facing dog. But since it is a little early, we can have our legs down, and we can be in cobra where my elbows are generously bent, still tucked in, they're not flaring out, still have them tucked in, pulling my chest up. And I'm gonna tuck my toes, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Starting to find some stability in my down dog. We breathe. Firmly pressing all my finger mounds into the mat. Fingers are spread wide. I'm not falling into my shoulders. I'm pushing like I'm pushing the mat away from me. Low belly is tucked in. I know you can't see it. Look between your hands. Walk or step your feet. Hi, buddy, to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your side. Let's take that again. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Remember, knees can be down or lifted. Chaturanga, half push-up. Upward facing or cobra. Shoulders are back in your up dog. Lift your hips to downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your side. All right. We're gonna take nice and slow, series C, okay? Feet together, hook your thumbs, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold forward, releasing the grip as you fold, and then clasping your hands behind your back, dropping the head and neck, letting the arms come up and over. Release the hands down to the mat, halfway lift. Step your left foot to the back of your mat, coming into a runner's lunge. Okay, squat down nice and low. You should feel a nice stretch here in your quad. Stay for a moment here, stretching out the quad. Look down, step your right foot back into downward facing dog, okay? Step back straight to down dog. Now I'm gonna shift forward into high plank. I'm gonna release down my knees, and then I'm gonna bring down my chest and my chin, okay? So my booty is gonna be up in the air. I'm gonna bend at the elbows. Chest is down, chin is down. Now I'm gonna slither forward, body is down, into cobra. I'm gonna tuck my toes and I'm going to lift up and back into down dog. If that's a little hard for you right now because it's still early, you can shift into child's pose, then lift up into down dog. So for the child's pose part, I'm gonna tuck my toes, I'm gonna lift up, my knees are still down, I'm spreading them. Child's pose, and then I tuck, shift forward, and lift my hips to down dog. Or you can just lift straight up and back to down dog. I'm gonna shift forward into high plank again, and then we're gonna release down chaturanga. So the option to have your knees down for your chaturanga, or normal chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Step your left foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're gonna go right into our left side here, okay? So as you're folded, you're gonna hook your thumbs, you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna inhale, reach up and back. And then you're gonna exhale, fold forward, releasing the grip as you fold, clasping the hands, dropping the head and neck. Arms come up and over. Release the hands down, halfway lift. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, coming into runner's lunge, and pause. Get a nice quad stretch in. We're breathing, don't forget that breath. Look down, step your left foot back into downward facing dog. Shift forward into high plank, and then we're releasing down our knees, and then our chest and chin, booty high, chest and chin. Slither forward, cobra. And then again, we're gonna push up and back to down dog. So again, you can do it, you can tuck your toes, press up to child's pose, and then tuck your toes, shift forward, press up to down dog. We're breathing. Look between your hands, shift forward to high plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, tops of my feet. Pressing through my hands and the top of my feet, shoulders back. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward. Bend your knees, hook your thumbs, inhale, reach up and back, and exhale, hands to your side. Good job, guys. Looking good here. Just checking in again, doing well. Okay. Let's do a Series B, and then we'll start to wind down. This is just a slow morning flow. Okay, feet together. I'm gonna sit back, sweep my arms up for chair. Look down, make sure I can see my toes, shifting my hips and my knees back if I can't. Slight posterior tilt, so that means I'm not sticking out the booty. I'm slightly tilting to have that flat back. Tummies are tight. I could lift my toes if I needed to. Weight is in my heels. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to high plank, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward in between your hands, pivot your back foot to a 45-degree angle. We're going to rise to warrior one. Generous bend in my front knee, knee is stacked on top of the ankle. My back left heel is planted. It's a little off to the left side, so I can square my hips off. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Pivot up onto the toes of the left foot. Step your right foot back to high plank, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Pivot your back foot again to the 45-degree angle. Square off your hips. Press into that front leg. Nice bend. Rise to warrior one. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Walk or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Make sure your feet are together. Bend your knees. Sit back. Sweep your arms up for chair. Rise. Exhale, hands to your side. Good job, guys. Okay. Let's inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Separate your feet out, mats width distance apart. Drop your hips and come down to Malasana squat. Let's walk our right hand out in front of our right knee and inhale our left arm up. You can have the option to bind here, but it is early and the morning flow, so this is just really to warm our bodies up. Maybe you'll be doing another flow later on that's a little harder, more challenging, or maybe you'll be working out in some other way. Even if this is the only way you're moving, at least you're up and moving. Hands back to heart center. Take this on our opposite side. Left hand walks out in front of our left knee and inhale the right arm up.
Where are you dropping to?
I'm doing a video. Are you serious? Hi.
Come on.
Really, Taz?
Oh, no, you stay out here. You stay out here. You stay out here.
Just not in front of mommy. Let's bring our hands together back to heart center. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. Slowly lift our hips. Wiggle them out. Okay, we're gonna half lift. Step back, high plank. Exhale down, all the way down into our tummies. All right. Let's bring our arms by our side body. We're gonna come into locust pose. So shimmy those legs together, arms by our side body, palms facing up. We're going to lift our feet and legs and knees and chest and arms for locust pose. Gazing down at your mat so the back of your neck is straight. Exhale, release down. Okay, we're gonna do a shoulder roll out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my right arm and I'm gonna bring it to a T. So it's straight out. I'm gonna bring my left hand at my side body. I'm gonna start to roll onto my right side body. And then I'm gonna step my left foot behind my right leg as a kickstand so I don't roll too far. I'm gonna drop my right ear to the mat. And I'm gonna roll back and forth very slowly and gently to get a deep stretch in my shoulder. Now, if you don't feel the stretch in your shoulder, instead of having your right arm out straight, you can bend at your right elbow and then drop your right ear and you should get a deeper stretch in that shoulder. Now don't roll back too far where it hurts. Just a nice stretch here, okay? So you really have to be the judge on how deep you want to go. Let's roll back to center. Bring our arms back to our side body. You have the option to take locust again or come into bow pose. Bow pose, we bend our knees. We reach back for the outside of our ankles. And on an inhale, I'm gonna kick my feet up and towards the sky, lifting my chest and legs. Exhale, release down. Luna, you're gonna have to move, honey. We're gonna do our shoulder roll out on our left side. Oh, thank you. So left arm out straight or bent if you bent it for a deeper stretch. Start to roll onto the left side body. Right leg comes behind us. Left ear comes down to the mat. Again, right hand's at my side body and I'm gently rocking. Slowly roll back onto your tummy and then roll all the way around onto your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Make sure you can feel the backs of your heels. Make sure they're close enough to your booty. We're gonna come into a bridge pose here, okay? Just gonna lift our hips, tuck our shoulders, clasp our hands, and lift our hips nice and high for bridge. Chin is slightly tucked. Exhale, slowly release down. Bring our knees into our chest and give them a tight squeeze. Knocking up and back along the length of our spine. Let's come into happy baby. Reaching for the outsides of our ankles or feet, gently rocking. Let's do a supine twist here. So legs go up, right leg over top of left, bending at the knees, arms out into a T. I'm gonna let my legs fall over to my left side. I'm gonna turn my head and gaze over to my right hand and close my eyes. Bring my knees back into my chest. Straighten the back out, uncross them, cross my left over top my right and bend at the knees. Let them fall over to my right side and my gaze will go over to my left hand. Bring our knees back into our chest, uncross them, give them a tight squeeze. And then let's make our way to our final resting pose of Shavasana, straightening out my arms and legs, releasing the practice breath, releasing my body into the mat. No more movement. Let my feet splay out, my fingertips curl in. Close my eyes and clear my mind for Shavasana. Start to invite a deeper breath into your body. Start to invite movement into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, rotating your wrists and ankles. Eventually reaching your arms up overhead for a big good morning stretch. From there, bring your knees into your chest and roll over to the fetal position on one side and pause for a moment. Being reborn from corpse pose into the fetal position. The first position our body takes in the womb. When you're ready, press up with your top hand. Meet me in a comfortable cross-legged position with your eyes closed and your hands together at heart center. The light in me sees, honors, and humbly bows to the light inside each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for flowing with me this morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Stay safe, stay sane, and have a great weekend, everybody.